Now, I know most of you aren't actually going to follow through with this, but on the off chance that somebody does, your perfectionism will be cured by the end of this video. As a student, you really shouldn't be asking yourself, how can I get the best grade possible? Instead, what you should be asking yourself is, how much does this percentage actually cost me in hours? This assignment is worth 5%. Now, let's say you had a midterm that's worth 40% of your grade. Now, for simplicity's sake, let's just assume that you have 10 hours in total to allot to each of these. Every hour spent on this assignment is going to be worth 0.5% per hour. Now, on the midterm, let's assume that if you did no extra practice, that you'd probably get around a 50%. This means that every hour spent on the midterm is going to give you an extra 5%. And 5% of 40 is going to be worth 2% of your overall grade. Now, we're going to get a little mathy, but I promise you by the end of this video, you will never think the same again. We need to factor in the Pareto principle. So the Pareto principle states that 80% of the outcomes is generated by only 20% of the input. So if the whole assignment is worth 5% and you get 4% of that from the first 2 hours, that means that the next 8 hours are only worth 1% of your overall grade, which means each hour is only worth 0.125% of your overall grade. 80% of 20% is 16% of your overall grade, which means that the first 2 hours you work on your midterm are going to be worth 8% per hour. And so the cost in time is still 1 hour, but you're getting 64 times the result for working on your midterm rather than working on your assignment. The remaining 4% is divided among 8 hours, and that's 0.5% per hour, which is still 4 times better than 0.125% working on your assignment. Hope this helps, and follow me to make school suck less.